Good morning. Welcome to the Baywater Boat Club Hour podcast, where we talk about squirrels and Jake.
Demonial, I guess. Did we talk about me too?
Yeah,
By the way, is
squirrels.
my mic, is that good?
Yeah, I can hear you. You sound good. Do I sound good?
Yeah, you sound good. Last week I was like quiet, so.
All right. Well, just making sure. You gotta eat that mic. Gotta eat that mic. You're just like a squirrel with a nut. You just gotta take those nuts. Sometimes they're like this way when you're and just different things. I like it. Just calm and cool, collected. Jake's not responding.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
He's not even going down that road. Good morning, folks. Welcome to the Baywater Boat Club Hour. Come see us at the boat show today in Fort Myers. The Fort Myers Boat Show is open. We opened on Thursday. It's Saturday morning, so we got 2 more days left at the Fort Myers Boat Show. We've got specials going on over there. We had an open house last weekend. It's pretty good. Signed up a few people. We've got another special going on this week for the boat show. $1,000 off for the membership and no dues for 6 months. Gives you unlimited access to all our club boats. We got pontoons, deck boats, center consoles, pretty much any kind of boat you want without the aggravation of owning a boat. I know you got tons of money. You live in Southwest Florida. You've got millions upon millions of dollars, but aggravation, how much is your time worth? Who wants to deal with cleaning and maintenance and storage? And you say, well, I just take it to a marina and they take care of it. Thousands upon thousands of dollars with one boat. With the club, we've got everything you want right here. You got pontoons, you got deck boats, you got center consoles, you got twin engines, you got catamarans. Anything you want, we have here at the club. Family owned and operated. Your kids come down, they can use the boats. It's a family membership. It's a great way to go. So you pay membership to get into the boat club. Right now, this weekend, boat show special. Instead of the $79.99, it's $69.99. And no dues for 6 months. After the 6 months, the dues will be $4.25 a month. Gives you unlimited access to all our boats. All you do is pay for gas. So it's an easy way to do it. Come on down. We're down here at the Luminary Hotel in the Harborside Event Center. Really nice. We've done it all. It's nice and pretty. Come down and see us. We're inside in the AC. We're not outside with the boats, but we're inside with the AC. We got a nice booth set up here. Make sure you stop by and see us. And if you come tomorrow, you'll catch Jake when he gets off the plane. So hopefully Breeze didn't take too long to get there, buddy. And hopefully you can get on time. So we'll see what happens. So he'll be here tomorrow in the afternoon helping us out, tearing down. And we'll be watching the tropics too, unfortunately. I've got to say that. Still a little early, but we're looking. I mean, what's your boy Zach saying over there at
he hasn't, News? So
it's too early.
Recording, yeah.
Well, we're recording on a little earlier than usual, so this is Saturday, so maybe we'll have a little bit better understanding of where this storm goes. But I've seen a couple projections from midweek. Not liking it at all, buddy. Not liking it at all.
I mean, I haven't been following it, and to be honest with you, I'm still dealing with FEMA stuff, and I don't want to have to do it again. So I'm just going to stay positive and not focus on it. But if it, we still have 30 days or 20 days or something?
Yeah.
15 days.
They're saying mid next week. We'll see where it goes. Hopefully that, we got a little cool fronts, cooled it off really nice. And hopefully that's strong enough to push that puppy out of the way, away from us. We don't need it coming around here. Oh, hey, Nugget. Nugget was on a show last week. I know that. And she got a little hurt paw still. So I don't know what's going on with her. But she's doing pretty good. What's up, Nugget? You want to come up here? She's like, nope, don't want it. Don't want you, Dad. I'm good. Peace. You're such a little crapper. She's, typical, I'm home. She's on her bed.
Girl dog.
Girl, I mean, hey, Bailey was all about me. And she would be the same way, too. Like, she was on her bed. If you're eating something, she might mosey on over and talk to you. Wag the tail, give you a little lick, This one here, same thing. But just kind of in her own realm. I got a friend that comes over. She's all over her. She's all over, just laying on her. I'm like, what's this? What's going on here? I gotta get a haircut, Jake. This stuff.
You and me both.
It's a little crazy. I mean, this is jet set lover worthiness right here.
Got some grays coming in here.
You're catching up, buddy. Maybe in about 20 years, be back up by me.
You only got me by 10 years.
I know, but hey, buddy, it's not the years, it's the miles. This got some miles right here. You
got some miles on you.
Got some miles. That spare tire. I walked home for lunch today, so I started walking home about a mile from the marina. It's good. Got my pedometer going. Go get my 10,000 steps. Need to, man. Got to. I'm hitting 40. Gotta tighten it up, bro. Gotta tighten it up.
I thought you already were 40.
I'm 40 and a half now. Thanks,
Yeah.
buddy. You're a
Yeah,
pal.
well,
You're such a nice guy.
someone said I was in my 20s last week, and I'm like, I
now,
was.
Nowadays, I'm excited for the new host you're going to have over there. I like hearing you a lot more on the morning show. I like you. You're involved. You're in the mix. I appreciate it because people just say we just like hearing you talk and see what your point of view is. I mean, we got a lot of stuff going on, man. We got Rick Scott running for majority leader in the Senate. We'll see what happens with that, or what's going to happen if they're going to kick it down the road. This might not have aged real well. We got Marco Rubio. Then we're going to have Florida pick a new senator, at the governor's discretion. So that's going to be an interesting number there. Hey, Jake, you would be a great senator. Jake for senator
in 15 years.
We got a lot of speculation on that. We were talking a little bit off the mic there. What can happen? There's a bunch of different rumors out there and things. Is it Casey DeSantis that he appoints? Is it himself? Is it somebody else in the legislature? Is it somebody that's been in the process a while? Is it another congressman? Who knows? I mean, let's get. I think we need to just focus on getting Trump in the White House and have him pick a good team around him. I think I'm liking the moves he's doing now much better than the 8 years ago. I think he knows.
Boldarzar is my favorite right now.
Yeah,
the clips of him around Twitter are awesome.
Yeah, he's like, well, we'll have to look into that. Well, it could be possibly $88 million. 88 billion divided by a million. What is that, Jake? I mean, do you have that? Because they're saying,
800.
But I was like
8,000 or something.
No, 88 billion with a B.
Billion?
Billion
divided by a million?
It's
like 88,000 or something.
Yeah, so 88 billion divided by 1 million, and you know it already. So 88,000 per person to get him. I mean, that's what they're saying. It could cost that much money to deport 1 million people. How is that possible? How does it cost $88,000? That's more than most Americans make in a year. I don't know. That's just a whole nother press going down their thing and saying what they want to say. I'm just fed up with it, man. I'm tired of the press. It's just.
Hey, you know what? You know what other math ain't mathin'?
What's that?
18. Where'd them 18 million votes go?
What are you talking about? Oh, from the last go around?
Or where'd they come from? And now that this is on YouTube, allegedly. Just so we're clear.
Well, I've had a couple people ask me about that. I go, well, we're not dealing with COVID now. They sent out a lot more mail ballots, when COVID was going on. They were sending out mail ballots everywhere. And that's a big way, I think, like they stole the election. If they're going to say they're going to steal it, I think that's how they stole it. They were mailing ballots out, in California and New York and all that because you couldn't come in because of COVID and you couldn't vote. They would just mail you the ballot. And I think that motivated a lot of people to vote last time. And I think that's one way they did it. Because I don't think if we had COVID, I think you would have had Trump for another 4 years without a doubt. That's just my opinion.
Where'd that come from?
That's just kind of crazy. But it's a tough situation. And I'm just happy that we got the popular vote. We're moved on, and it's just great. It's a great day, man. I was up till. Did we talk about it? It's been a week and a half. Has it been that long? I don't even know. I'm so excited. Because that was
about a week.
Yeah, about a week. I mean,
no, it's been exactly a week actually.
Yeah, exactly a week. It was so much fun to be up till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, it's great. Love it.
And then getting up at 6 just to watch MSNBC, just to watch.
I wish I could get up at 6.
Just watch. Oh, well, you were up anyways. You were watching it, so. But I don't think you went to bed at like 11, right? Once Pennsylvania was called, you were like, I'm out.
Yeah, I was out. And I had to wake up at like 4 a.m. So.
Yeah, no. You do a good job up there, buddy. You do a good job. I mean, you work as hard as one of these boat washers down here, And Senator Martin's giving me some shade, man. He's giving me some flack. One of my employees was at an event, And he's like, "Oh, I work with Adam Botana at Baywater." He goes, "Does he wash boats?"
Oh wow. I've
And
seen the man wash boats
my my
myself.
my employee, great guy George, is like, "Well, yeah, I don't know." So now Jonathan's like, "Yeah, you say you wash boats." I'm like,
Threw you under the bus, under the boat.
just right under. I was like, "Wow, I see how it goes." I'm out here slaving away, moving boats, maintaining for our members. So no, but it was a good time. Senator Martin's great. So we had a little back and forth on the phone. There was pretty good, but he I even told him when he was on a show, he's like, "I'm all about the boat club. This is the way to go." So I'm definitely good. Definitely opposite of everybody else we've had, on the show. Besides Dan Allers, he did pretty good too. Mayor, he won. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Everything's great. We got the boat show coming up this weekend, today and tomorrow. So come on down to see us at the Harborside Event Center, downtown Fort Myers. Come see how expensive boats are. 150, $200,000 pontoons. Crazy. Come on over and see what we got here at Baywater. A lot cheaper, a lot easier to get into the club. No hassle, no muss, no fuss. You just pay a membership. This is cheaper than a depreciation is on your own boat that you're going to buy. Use it 1 year, you're ahead of the game. And it's just the easy way to go. Go out there and have some fun. Give us a call at 239-495-0455. Again, that's 239-495-0455. Or Google BW Boat Club. It'll take us right to us. That is bwboatclub.com. Yes, Jake, I do need to trim up this beard a little bit.
At least you got one, I don't even know what this is.
I mean, it looks like you should be in Afghanistan,
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Well, hey, it's share the love. I mean, you've had a couple shots lately, so, it's just, it's being good. So you're having fun. I would imagine you're in Ohio right now. It looks like you're in Ohio. So I didn't know you had like a pentagram behind you up there.
Oh, here we go again with the pentagram thing.
The Illuminati.
No,
Illuminati.
I'm at home with my Illuminati background.
Da Vinci Code. What is that? Is that
Like
hanging
that.
from the ceiling too?
Yeah, that's another one. That's kind of like draped
Over the
my
bed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
I like it, man. I like it. It's different. It's different. It's good stuff.
This is where the millennials' sleep happens, over in that bed.
Underneath the Illuminati pentagram, not pentagram, triangle.
No, that's just space. So that's just like
That's just-
stars and
Oh,
cringy
okay.
stuff, and it's got like a border of like flowers or something. Or here,
Okay.
how do I do this?
There you go. Yeah,
YouTube,
yeah. There you go.
right there.
It's like the evil eye, keeps away the bad spirits, I guess. Something like
I have dream catchers, 2 of them on
Yeah.
each side.
I-
Maybe one day I'll turn the camera around and everyone will be like, "Wow, you're a nerd." Yeah,
They know that
I
already.
am. Yeah, they know. It's fine.
And I love the comment that you sent me there. Sounds like Botana's not drunk on the radio when he does the show. I appreciate it. So
Well,
keep him coming.
That might be my fault, just because I've been using some programs to kind of clean up the audio. And last week I did a couple of tests, and this is funny that text came in. You did sound a little wonky in the past couple weeks before, so I did some adjustments on my end to make it sound a little clearer. Because you had a little bit of vibration come through there. Say that again. So that might have been my fault. That might have been the way I was manipulating the audio, made you sound a little wonky. But I fixed it.
All right.
So-
Well, we got
And
the
I
new
don't-
mic now. So
I
I
don't
we
think
should
you've ever drunk before while doing the show.
drink. No. I mean, that would be
Drank,
something
drunk.
new. Drunk, past tense, I guess.
Been drunk.
Been drunk, drunkish. I mean, I have been drunk before. But
That's
just
for
not on the
sure.
show. Just not on the show. No, we got the new mic, so it should sound perfect.
That's another thing too. It's easier to clean up a better better audio than the headphones.
Your
so.
Beats headphones with them on there
Yeah.
in some hotel room in Jackson, Mississippi, talking to the ad commissioner, which was fun. But no, it's good to be home, and I'm excited to go to the boat show this weekend. See a lot of old friends. Again, like I said, come out and see us. We're at the Harborside Event
They've
Center.
missed you.
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, yeah, you
They've
were
missed
you were
you.
there. You were there last year. Oh, Adam's too good to come over to the boat show.
Yeah, where's state rep guy at? Too
Yeah.
good to be here now.
I'm like, well,
Yes.
that's not true, but that's fine. If that's what you want that's what you want to go with, that's totally fine. I mean, you got to have a thick skin in this process, and that's as part of it. And that's where we go and what happens. But it's always something going on. Where you looking for? You looking for Stella or Bella? What's going on? You're moving around, man. You're freaking me out. Couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I know. She's over there eating, making a bunch of racket. So I was just letting her eat real quick. Can you see her? I'm not sure. My room's trashed. Right. I need to get my life in order here.
Well, I like the picture. Get you and the missus behind over your shoulder there with.
Yeah, that's her cat. Her cat
Oh,
named
that's her
Lucy.
cat. I was gonna say that because I was gonna say, damn, Bella gained some weight.
Yeah, she's thick in one, isn't she? Yeah, she's big in.
Like, wow, that's one. I mean, the cat takes up most of the picture. It's probably just
the cat takes up most of the picture. That's crazy. I can't believe you said that.
I was gonna say, whoo.
And she does have that face of, what am I doing here?
Yeah,
she's like looking off into the distance.
I remember having those plastic drawers too when I was like in, middle school, bro. So,
Remember Hurricane Ian?
Yeah.
Took my dresser. Yeah. And I'm not buying another one. So
you get the Walmart special, the plastic drawer.
Yeah, dude, I've got those, and then everything, the kitchen, it's all that. Because I'm not doing that again. I don't even want to be in this house, but it's just too expensive to live in this state. I can't go find another place to live. So it's the cheapest place I'm going to get around here. So if it gets wet a little bit,
yeah, there you go. Get some sandbags. Get some.
I'll buy the Walmart plastic bins.
Hey, you know what, Jake? You were on to something a couple years ago. I remember during Ian, you said that you were started taping the door. Now everybody's talking about, well, I taped it. I taped the door, and I was like, I don't know how true that is or not. They're like, oh, I taped the door and I put plastic up and the sandbags. I'm like, I don't know how, because that water's going to come through. I mean, if your wall's stucco, I guess. But, I mean, if it's wood, it's going to seep. I just don't know about that. I just don't.
Well, I can say that what was the spray stuff we were talking about?
Spray foam?
Nah, because there's a couple guys who did that and it didn't work. You seen the commercial where they cut the boat
Oh,
in half? Flex Seal or something?
Flex Seal.
That works. Beautiful.
Okay.
With the combination of the plastic you're referring to. So you have to give it something, and then you spray it on top. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. Or just move inland, guys. Just move inland. Or build
I was talking to a county commissioner, Mike Greenwell, and we were having a conversation, and he said some guy did that where he did that to the bottom of his house. I guess the cement kind of like popped because the pressure was coming in or something. I was like, woo, that's not fun. That's not a good time. So, I mean, you have to do what you got to do, man. You got to kind of,
And in some cases, it might be better to just let the water in because it's going to find a way in, and you might not like what it does to your foundation. Because a neighbor of mine did what you're talking about. He took that foam, he took a piece of plywood, spray foamed it over the door and all the entrances, and the water came in through the foundation. So you're creating a big bubble that's going to pop. You might want to just alleviate that stress and let the water in.
Yeah.
Or you're going to deal with foundation issues. So.
Yeah, maybe, and I know it's expensive to raise houses. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. We're going to do some stuff from the state to see what we can do to help out folks. But I mean, it's a problem, man. So we just need this other storm, whatever it's going to be called, Sarah. I always like that name. I've been a fan, but that just needs to move on. Just needs to go somewhere else. I don't think we need it here in Southwest Florida. I don't think we need it any part of West Florida. Go to Cuba. Sorry about the people that don't got power over there. Sorry, but it needs to go somewhere.
I'll tell you what, I got a little sister named Sarah, and if this hurricane's anything like her, we're in trouble.
Really?
We're in trouble.
Trouble. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
I like it.
She's a little feisty one.
That's Sarah's. I know a few Sarahs. That's it's always an interesting name. I'm a fan, but we don't like Hurricane Sarah. So yes, folks. So come on down and see us at the boat show. We're going to be there today and tomorrow. Normal membership to get in the boat club is it's $79.99, so $8,000 to get in. This weekend it's $7,000, and then we're gonna drop it down, for the boat show. So it'll be $7,000, then no dues for 6 months. So it saves you few grand right there. If you want to join, come see us at the boat show or see us at the marina. Come over and see us at Baywater. We're at 5124 Bonita Beach Road. We're 2 miles west of 41 on Bonita Beach Road, exit 116 from 75. We're right before Coconut Jacks on the right-hand side. Come down, see Larry, see Susan, see Anna, see Leland. We'll get you taken care of, show you what to do, show you where to go. When you join the boat club, we'll take you out for about a 2-hour orientation on a pontoon first. Make sure you're familiar with the waterways. I know you know how to boat. I know you boated in Wisconsin and Minnesota and Minnetonka and Lake Geneva and Saugatuck, Michigan, all those places. Hey, we all Torch Lake in Michigan and Carmel, Indiana and Brown County. I mean, I've heard it all. We've all dealt with that, but the main thing is just getting you familiar with the waterways around here. So we'll take you out. We'll get you stuck, get you unstuck. Anybody that tells you they don't get stuck when they're boating out here is full of it, because I do. I mean, anybody who boats in Southwest Florida is going to get stuck. It's just part of boating around here. It's shallow. We got people with our boat club all the time that, they want to see a depth finder. I want to see what the depth finder says. And that's fine. I guarantee it's going to say 2.3 because that's what we have here. You got to remember, folks, a depth finder is a rear view mirror on the back of the boat. You don't drive down 41 looking out the rear view mirror the whole time. You got to look your eyes forward. It's not like headlights. So, that depth finder that's at the back of the boat's already gone over it. So by the time it says 1 foot, your bow is already in the sand. So you got to kind of get in the mindset of following the markers. The first thing I do when we take you out on orientation is I turn off the GPS and depth finder. I just show you, hey, follow markers. Go here, go there. And it's pretty simple. There's one way out, one way back. It's not that hard. Green's on your right going out, red's on your left, returning, red, right, return. And we can teach you how to boat. If you never boated before, we'll show you what to do and get you out there. And, we can take you out more than once on orientation. We took a member out today. Just need a little refresher just to get the boat up on plane, to get them comfortable and show them what to do. We do that. That's not a problem. Just give us a call. We'll get you taken care of. If you're an existing member and want to go out for another orientation, we can do that. We got, we got ice in the coolers for you guys. You just show up, throw your stuff in the cooler, go out there, have a good time, go to the beach, go to a restaurant. There's some great restaurants locally right here. We got 14 restaurants and 4 beaches that you can get to in a pontoon. With a pontoon, we don't allow them in the Gulf. So you can go all the way up to Fort Myers Beach and all the way down to Wiggins, past Wiggins on the inside, all the way to Grandma Dots down there. That Grandma Dots is up in Sanibel, sorry. Buzz's Lighthouse, a couple places to go do down there too. So there's a lot of stuff to do to go out there and just have some fun, see some dolphins. Oh, there's Bella. What a cutie. She looks like socks. Yep. She's definitely not happy. She's looking good though, man. I remember when she was just a small little kitty. When she was tiny. I remember opening that door one time to drop off that computer, and she's like, "Who are you? What are you doing
Yeah, I
here?"
didn't mean to cut you off, but she's acting a fool right now, so.
Nah, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah,
on the
folks,
desk.
look us up on Jake, tell them where they can find the podcast. We're actually on. We're doing video now, so this is what our second, third. We got about 180 shows. We finally decided to, four, I think four,
fifth video, because we have all right.
video.
So the way I have it is today you're listening to this. All of our past four podcasts with video are uploaded on YouTube. We're gonna starting this week. So this coming Monday, we're gonna upload the Saturday show on the Facebook page. So go and check out Baywater's Facebook page. You find it, and then we'll have links to the YouTube. We're not gonna spam the content. If you just go on YouTube, type in Baywater Boat Club, it'll come up.
Yep.
It's the one with 3 subscribers currently. So
Yes.
go ahead and subscribe.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure one of them's me, the other one's Adam, the third one's Omar. I bet money. Like I promise.
He just wants to see what's going on. Dad's like, he's probably listening right now. He goes, "I got a YouTube. I watch it in the bus, but that's about it." That he doesn't sound like that at all. You got to put like a Cuban accent to it, but
It's not Joe Rogan quality yet, but we're not far from it, man. It's pretty decent. It looks good.
So we got 180 shows. We started doing this online, so we'll have the podcast out there. And I mean, you see some of these people that get on there and they're doing their podcast. I'm like, what are they doing? I mean, they just get like crazy with this stuff, Jake. I mean, it pretty much is just you and I talking about boats, politics, and everything else. I mean, we talk about mom's key lime pie. We talk about your your paternal stew. What was it called?
Perpetual.
Perpetual stew. That's a big word. GED over here. Oh, that's tough. But there's a lot of stuff there. We talk about a lot of things. I was on Trey on Tuesday night, so we're just gonna probably talk about Mom's key lime pie,
The
which
Drive.
the drive with Trey Radel, great guy. Really good guy. So, but we talk about it all. But yeah, just look us up online, Facebook. We'll get you taken care of, and go from there. I got a little beef. Jake, I was talking to you about it before the show a little bit, but it's kind of funny as you help people out, and I'm from the process, right? I'm talking about as take my hat off as a boat washer, boat club, and all that, and I took on as a legislator, and that is one of the biggest things you can do in the process. Is number one job is to bring home money for your area. That's it. It's not about running bills or creating new laws because we have a ton of laws. If anything, I think we need to get rid of some. And number two is helping out your constituents. And I've talked to you about this before. And I'll give everybody a pass. Hey, there's people I know in business and whatever, and they call me, and I'll pick up the phone, I'll make a call and see what I can do. But there's one person, she's a realtor, and I hate to bring it up, but she starts texting me all the time. Like I helped her once, and I said, well, let's thanks. Oh, thank you so much. I'll be more than happy to just say hi and say thank you. But then nothing. Then all of a sudden I get like text messages every couple months, like, hey, what do you think of this? And I just stopped answering. Then they start giving my number out. Man, I was hot. I was like, I run a business too at the other time. I mean, I'm not saying I love helping people. That's what we do. We have legislators, we have aides and stuff like that. But you're just going to give my number out? I was not happy about that, Jake. I was not happy. And I probably shouldn't be bringing it up, but I was just, we try to do a lot. I'm going to help anybody I can. I help people in my Rotary Club, help people I've known for a long time before I was even elected. But that was just kind of like surprising. And then this person just starts blowing me up and sending me tomes of text messages. I'm like, seriously, man, you want to call, we can have a conversation. But I don't know. I know you deal with it all the time, Jake, on
Oh yeah.
on the drive and the morning show. You help out one person, then it's just like it's people just constantly. You try, and I understand why certain times how people can get a little down that rabbit hole, but it's just like come on, don't be giving out my number. We got our number going. Let's help that out. I'm here to help you, but come on. Sorry to get on my soapbox for a hot second, but if you want to come over to the boat show today and talk about it and tell me what I'm doing, if you want to stop by, if you're out there at the boat show and you just want to talk about politics or talk about what's going on in our area or insurance, we love talking about insurance. There's a lot of problems with insurance. We've talked about that. Stop by the booth and talk. And hey, you want to join the boat club or talk about the boat club? We can talk about that too. I mean, we always get a lot of questions, and we've had people email in the show and say, hey, can I split it with my friend? Can you split a membership at Baywater? Unfortunately, no. It's a family membership, so it's a husband, wife, and kids. We pride ourselves on our 10-to-1 member to boat ratio. We got just over 60 boats, just north of 500 members in our boat club, so we got a good 10-to-1 ratio. It gives you great availability to go out there and use the boats and have fun. If we start splitting memberships, number one, it's unfair to our members. Number two, your availability goes down to nothing. We had people here a couple days ago. Why should I join you over Freedom? What makes you better? And I simply asked him, do you like taking a boat out for 4 hours or do you like taking it out for the full day? And he didn't want to answer. And he's like, well, I like doing whatever I do. Well, then you need to join us, do you like using a boat 6 times a year? Or do you like using it, 30 to 40 times a year? Well, 30 to 40 times. Well, then you need to join us. We're different. We own everything here at Baywater, and we own the land, the docks, the marina. Do you like free ice? Because free ice is important. Who doesn't like free ice? Baywater. Baywater, we have free ice for you. Do you like dogs? Because we allow dogs at Baywater. Maybe even some cats. We've had cats on the boat, a hairless cat. I remember we talked about that. Come on over and see Nugget's here, and we'll get you out there and show you where to go, what to do. She loves coming on the orientation. She's looking at me right now. She got a hurt paw. I don't know what's going on with that paw. We might have to go to the doctor, see what's up with it. She's just not doing too good. But maybe she got into it with Stella. Maybe they're having a conversation or something. Who knows? I don't know. You know.
Who is
Uh,
Stella?
I'm sorry, not Bella. Bella. I'm thinking of my
There you
mom's
go.
my mom's Chihuahua Stella. My mom's Chihuahua.
Omar's gonna think you're blaming his dog.
Yeah, no. Come here, Nugget. Come here, baby. Let's see if we get you up there. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, there she is. There she is. She's like, no, not about it. Blow on the mic, Nugget. Can you blow on the mic? Can you blow on the mic? No. So she's here. She's like, yep, look at that face. She's like, yep, I'm done. I'm done. Yep, I'm done. Over
Put
it.
me down.
Put me down. Put me down. So, but yeah. So, I mean, we have other questions. What do you do? How do you fill up the boat? Where do you fill it? We have full service fuel here at Baywater. You leave with a full tank of gas. You don't pay for anybody else's fuel. You come back, we top it off, and that's it. And we're usually $1 over the pump. It's full service, and it's Rec 90 non-ethanol fuel, so we don't have problems there. Can my kids use the boat? Absolutely. If they're over 21, they have the boater safety card. If they're born after 1988, they can take the boats out up to 200 horsepower, so they can take out pontoons, center consoles, deck boats. Can't take out the twins or the bigger boats. The primary member has to be here, and that's either mom or dad, or we can adjust those too, because we have members that are the kids and I let their dad or mom drive the boat also. So we'll work with you. Come on down, talk to us. We're here. We're open for business. We're getting our office redone after the last storm, and hopefully we don't have any more. But if we have another one, Jake, I might just go postal because this is crazy stuff. So, but yeah, so there's we got members that have houses on the water. They take the boats overnight, park them at their docks. Can you watch the sunset on a club boat? Yeah, you can. You can go down to Wiggins Pass. It's 15 minutes to the south. You can, watch the sunset as soon as that sun drops. You got 30 minutes to get back to the dock. Pull up to the dock, tie it up, throw the key in the key drop, and we'll get you taken care of. So there's a lot of things that, makes our club different from other ones out there, and that's what makes it great. It's an awesome time to go out there and just have some fun and enjoy it. It's an easy way of owning a boat. If you've listened to our show, there's a lot of problems that happens with boats. We had a boat sinking a couple of days ago. We have electrolysis here, and we've talked about that before. Jake, you know about that. It's metal, aluminum pontoon boats. You have a wire, the lead wire that's coming from the battery that is touching a pontoon, brings out the electrolysis in the water, which then eats the welds of the pontoon or eats through the pontoon, and you'll have holes. Like we had a hole in one of the boats, and guys started power washing and ended up being 3 holes. Just blew it right off. So I mean,
Oh
so we had
no.
to take the boat out, take it to our welder, and we understand, we know what to do. Take it out. We had to find out, there was something going on, so we had to trace the wire, find where it was touching the pontoon. And I mean, I've had people come down here from the Midwest, just come down here, and saltwater electrolysis is a lot tougher than freshwater. And we've had people park across the street and their boats just sink. They just go right down because it's just nothing but pinholes in the pontoons. And then, you've had people come down here that, have a boat up north, and, they're maybe not be the best boaters, but I've seen it where they've had nice Grady's with twin 250s, and they just left the motor down for a month and a half, and they raised the motor up, and the motor didn't even come up because it's just full of oysters and barnacles, and everything's just locked up. Crunchy, and that's not fun. Who wants to deal with that aggravation? So I hear these people all the time, well, you know what? I'm going to bring a boat down. I'm going to buy a trailer, and I'm going to trailer it down. Well, you're going to do that. You're going to buy that trailer for $5,000 or $6,000. Hopefully you got a vehicle to bring it down. But you're going to bring it down, and then, you're going to, where you're going to keep it, where you're going to park it. Well, hey, I understand. Some people like washing their boat at the end of the day. Some people treat their boats like their girlfriends. They don't like to share. And I understand that, I mean, that's fine. But, you need your hobby. But you want to get over that aggravation of cleaning and maintenance and storage and upkeep. Simple. How many times are you taking your friends out, on a day in the water? Like, hey, we all know, if you're listening, if you want to have a good time, you got to throw the party. That's the way it goes, right? You never, I just want to be the friend where somebody always throws a party, where you just go, oh, let's go over to Steve and Joanne's house because they're always having a good time. Well, it always seems like if you want to have a party, you got to throw it. But how many times have you taken people out on a boat and, like, oh, what, hey, it's starting of the day. They throw you $5 for gas, and then away you go. Well, now when you're in the club, you can do that. You just walk away, tip the guys here, throw the key to Larry, And then you can go over to Royal Scoop and get you some ice cream. You don't have to worry about that hassle or that headache of dealing with stuff, So it's just an easy way to go. To get out there and get you comfortable on the water. Make it easy. Give us a call, 239-495-0455. Again, 239-495-0455, or just Google bwboatclub.com. That is BW, like Bay Water, boatclub.com. Jake, what do you think is going on, buddy? What do you think is going to happen with Trump? If he said he's going to take Secretary of State from Marco Rubio, who do you think DeSantis sticks in there for next senator?
I'll tell you who it ain't going to be. Mickey Mouse.
Definitely not Mickey Mouse. Definitely not Mickey Mouse. But they're getting along a lot better now. They're doing a good job. They're getting it figured out. So
yeah, they're good. I mean, honestly, I think that was all settled anyway. What I'm referring to.
Yeah.
The going ticket right now is he's going to point himself, right? I mean, that or who? His wife? I can't think of anybody else. I mean, Rick Scott would be. He's already a senator. What am I talking about? You know what I mean? It's just like there's no who else. That's the only.
But I mean, that's that I've heard that before, and I'm not going to speculate on that. I mean, we chatted about it a little bit. There was talk of that from before. When there was something else as Marco Rubio as a VP pick. Who would? I mean, it has to go through the legislature and everything like that. But really, who else is qualified? Let's just take a step back and just say who is that popular in the state of Florida right now,
or not popular,
or not that popular.
I mean,
but who else would you? I mean, now does he do that? I mean, he's in the Senate. Now he did run for Senate. You know that he ran for Senate when Marco Rubio was running for president against Trump the first time. He started running. Ron DeSantis was in Congress, and he started running for Senate. And he had an understanding if Marco Rubio did not make it, he would back out. And he did. And then Marco Rubio ran again and won. So, that is an interesting thing. What do you...
Byron?
Byron? I mean, maybe. That's, I wouldn't put it by him. But I think Byron's going to probably be involved with the cabinet somewhere. I got a feeling that he's going to be involved somewhere there.
I hope.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know who would take his spot.
I'm looking at the tea leaves. I'm just talking. We're just a couple guys here talking on a morning show on 92.5 Fox News, listening. There's a couple people probably listening. Hopefully. Come join a boat club. But anyway, see us at the boat show. But I mean, who else would there be? If it wasn't Ron DeSantis appointing himself. Now people are like, would he do that? I don't know. I mean, does it look bad? I don't think it does. I don't know. I really don't think it does. That's the question. It doesn't.
Is if it looks bad to constituents, because he's not going to do it if he feels like it's going to hurt him in the long run.
But I mean, right now he's got 2 more years and we love him. Hey, I knocked on doors for him in 18 below weather. I went caucusing in Iowa. This body does not do good in cold weather. But I was all in it for him from the beginning, for the big job. But as far as senator, if he appointed himself, I don't think I'd have a problem with it. That gives us, who's going to take over? But that's fine. We have a great lieutenant governor. Her name is Jeanette Nunez. She's a great lady. She's been in the legislature. She's from Miami. But you know what? She's very sharp. She's been all over the state, involved. She's been on Fort Myers Beach several times, ton of times. She was here right after the hurricane. She's been here locally a ton of times. She does a great job. I don't have any problem with her taking over for 2 years. And then if she wants to run for governor, that gives her the platform, because the governor's race is going to be a whole nother thing. They talk about Matt Waltz. Now he's going to be, Secretary of Intelligence? That's what I understand, or no? Where's Waltz going? Jake, I know that's happened yesterday. We talked about it. Mike Waltz. Mike Waltz. From Daytona, it's a congressman because that's going to be a special election now for that seat for Daytona. So you're still muted, bro. You're still muted. Can't hear you. There you go. You're still muted. Still muted.
National Security Advisor.
There you go. Now you're unmuted. So yeah, National Security Advisor, where the guy was a Green Beret. I mean, that guy is next level. Like he's been in the trenches. And that's again a thing where I've always said, hey, we just need normal people to run. A Green Beret as a national security advisor, I think that's good. Rick Scott for a majority leader, a businessman, has had to make those tough decisions when it comes, hey, do we do this or do we do that? Do we need the extra fat on this stuff? I think that's a good thing. I think it works great in legislature. I'm up in Tallahassee and I love all my people up there, both sides of the aisle even. And there's a lot of attorneys. And yeah, that's fine. They'll talk lawyer and we'll talk about law. But I mean, there's got to be people that have made the real tough decisions and, have had to struggle. Like I've been very lucky. My family, we've been in business a long time. But I remember when I was a kid, I mean, we went to McDonald's and we were hoping for the Monopoly meal, get a free sundae, man. Like, woo, hey, that's good. Mom and dad are probably laughing, you know. But I remember that when I was a kid, sometimes that was some of the best times because we just hung out, and there was not much money. There's tough times, and being a kid going through that's one thing, but being an adult, I can only imagine. You got bills to be paid and stuff, and you just don't have the money. But I think that's rubbed off on me, and with my family, have done really good. And so there's stuff like that. You got to make those decisions. Like, what do you do? What happens? So I think that's good. But going back to like gone down a rabbit hole here a little bit. Besides that, I'm not going to speculate. I don't know anything about it, or what. But that's pretty interesting. Who knows if he appoints himself, that makes him, longer term. I know he wants to run for president again, most likely in 28. Does he make himself a senator? Does he get more in line with that, and then kind of build on from that aspect, because then it gives him a couple years, because I don't know. That's really interesting, Jake. It's politics in Florida, right? I always tell people, like, what are you going to do? It's like, I got boats to wash. I got stuff to do. But politics down here, it's like Tetris, where everything just kind of fits in, and dominoes, because it's just like a mix, like a Cuban dominoes, and it just kind of just turns into all kinds of stuff. So it's a little bit different. So we'll see. I don't know. What do you think, Jake? I mean, you've been pretty quiet. Usually you're going down a rabbit hole, and the leprechaun's listening. So
well, I mean, my take is if he's gonna run for president, I don't think he's gonna appoint himself, because the media is gonna run frenzy with that and make him look like a terrible individual. I don't personally care. I think that he's probably the best pick, because we can't sit here and name one other person.
I'm sure there's somebody that we're not thinking about,
probably,
but just right in the forefront. What do you, who, what, where, I mean, you've got cabinet members, you got Ashley Moody, you got Jimmy Petronis, you got Wilton Simpson, you got the president of the Senate, you got a lot of stuff like that, but I'm sure there's somebody that we're not thinking about. But, but you know what, who cares what the press says? I mean, look at the last election.
Valid point.
People were making decisions on the price of eggs, on the price of bacon.
Do you blame them?
No, 100%. Go to fill up my truck's $140. What the, come on. I mean, can we blame, that on, I mean, certain things we can. Can't do it all, but certain things we can make a difference. We can open up oil and gas here in the U.S. to start funding. Let's pay down that debt, man. Let's get that going. Let's, but yeah, like I said, again, I can't think of anybody else. And I'm sure, when I was talking on Trey about this, if we touched on it, we'll see what happens. But regardless, I mean, he was voted in, resounding, huge win in Florida. He won by 20 points, 19 points during the governor's race. I mean, what kind of popularity is that? That's crazy. This last go around in election, in a Florida House, we have 120 representatives. We had 81 Republicans. We now raised up to 85. that's crazy. That's a super majority of the House, you know, and the Senate. So I mean, we have a really strong hold on Florida compared to, was it 10, 15 years ago? No, more than that. 16 years ago when we were a purple state, and we had hanging chads. And we'll even look at the governor's race. DeSantis was 60,000 votes, and that was Lee County is what he won by last time, when he was going against Andrew Gillum. So, I mean, it's amazing how quick politics can change because it's nuts. So we love him in Florida. I support him in whatever he does. He's a great governor. He's done great for our area. Every time I've called his office or talked to him about our area down here, step fast. Yes, what do we need to do? What can we do? His staff, his group, his picks have been all awesome. Kevin Guthrie, to Alex Kelly, to everybody that is in that legislature or in the staff aspect of the agencies have done a great job. There's no bureaucracy in those groups at all. They cut right through it. They fight it. They fight it just alongside us legislators, just cut through bureaucracy, cutting through staff. Because it's a very good point. It's like the fourth level of government is, the fourth wing is that, that bureaucracy that happens. And, and I think this stuff going on, even with Mitch McConnell, I don't think Mitch is all there. I mean, he froze up, what was that, a year ago? Remember that, Jake, when he just kind of like froze? And I think he's in the same battle that, Biden is, where he's not the same guy. So this is probably staff, his leadership team that's around him that's trying to do this grab of trying to make a decision before, these new senators are even picked, which I think is utterly ridiculous. So I think, Rick Scott would be a great majority leader, which makes him the president of the Senate, which is pretty much the second most powerful person in the world. First is president, obviously. Second is in the U.S. is the president of the Senate, and then the House, the Speaker of the House. So, there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen. It's going to shake out. I know we're kind of going down the rabbit hole, and folks, but it's a good conversation to have on the Baywater Boat Club Hour. To talk about boats and politics and everything else. So, but how was the food that you cooked up there last week? What a little change here. People are like, oh, how was the food that you cooked up there in Ohio, buddy? I remember last time you talked when you had a little time to get up there, but what'd you cook for the lady?
I wound up cooking beef stew, carrots, those little baby potatoes, some nice roast. I made some chicken and noodles with some handmade Amish noodles that were great. And I used Sam's Club all day, dude. All day. It took so long to cook those darn noodles. I couldn't figure it out. And I just kept cooking them. I'm like, they'll be done at some point. And they were. It was good. And I made the meatloaf. Doubled up on the meatloaf. Made 2 of them so she'd have one to take for lunch for work.
Nice. What are you thinking, this Saturday, what you're going to be cooking up? I mean, right now, actually.
I mean, I'm making her meatloaf for sure just because she loves meatloaf, and I do too. There you go. And it gives me a reason. We don't do ketchup. We do barbecue sauce.
Oh, it's different. So it's a little sweet.
Well, we do the spicy chipotle. So, it gives a little bit of tang to it.
A little zing. That's better because I don't like sweet meat. I just not a fan. Not a fan.
Well, there is some Asian stuff. What is it? It's like the brown sugar with minced meat. It's really good. Yeah. But it is kind of sweet.
Yeah. There's certain things that are good. I mean, to get really good Chinese, like you can't even get good Chinese food anymore.
No.
Like, the Publix over here, the Publix Chinese restaurant, it's there in every Publix shopping mall.
Yeah, I can't figure that out.
It's a way for them to get over here and get citizenship is what it is. Pretty much. It's a family comes over and you see the kids. You see American Dream, and I'm sure there's probably some kind of deal, but they come over and the whole family works the restaurant and they do it for so long. They buy a business, they invest in it. They have a business that makes money and they become citizen, which is great. But they're all gone now. And then all there is PF Chains, which is okay, but it's just like really greasy. At PF.
You got to come out by me because I have a really good Chinese place out here, and they're really good.
Cool.
Expensive, but
what
hey, isn't?
I like it. I know Paul Fleming is local here down in Naples. He's the one that started PF Chains, and he sold it off as that. And that's the same guy that owns Fleming Steakhouse, sold that off. He's got a couple other places, but he starts some businesses down here, and then he turns them into a chain and runs it. I think Brio was his also. This guy's he's done quite a bit. I don't know if Brio is or not.
I personally love PF Chang's, just to throw that out there.
No, I like it too, but I mean, you get it, and then you do the DoorDash, which is an absolute rip off. Oh my gosh, costs so much money.
$50 for one plate.
Yeah, it's just nuts. So I just drive down there and sit at the bar and have the food, which is good too. But they got like a PK kitchen or something that they're starting here. And so that's a little bit different. And it's like that home style Chinese. Nugget, what you growling at? Come on, those are customers. They need them to buy you dog food, okay? Don't be growling.
Not the customers.
Not the.
You can't be growling at the customers.
Don't be growling at the freaking club members, all right? They're kids, that's fine. That's different. But the members, no. So
yeah, and I've got this one just on my desk like she owns it now. I don't know. I tried to get her off 3-4 times, and she's mad.
She's just laying there. Yeah. So
she's like, "No, I know you've got headphones on. You can't really do nothing to me. So I'm just gonna jump up on your desk."
Our pets, man, our pets. But
I love her.
Yeah. Oh, I do too. Nugget. But so that's different. I don't know where we went down the Chinese food deal. But
now I want egg rolls. So thank you. Wonton soup and what are those things? The cream cheese crab rangoons?
Oh, crab rangoon. Oh,
so good.
That's
man.
so good. You ever had a fried wonton where it's like they just take their wonton and they like deep fry it, so it's like meat in the middle? It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
But I would eat it.
Yeah, I mean it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Well, folks, we're talking about breakfast. I might go over to Dolly's right now and have breakfast over here in Bonita. It's a good little place. Go see Randy. Good little joint there. I love the place. It's like a
good morning, Randy.
Good morning, Randy. It's like a Michigan joint, but it's a really good place right on Bonita Beach Road. Dolly was his mom, Norwegian, was a dancer, lived to I think 94, 95, but really cool place. I'm gonna go over there this morning, probably grab a bite on our way to the boat show, and see what happens. So come on out and see us at the boat show. We'll be at not the Lee Civic Center. Jesus, no. We're at the Harborside Event Center at the Luminary, downtown Fort Myers. They got a ton of boats, over 100 dealers out there. Come out and see us. We'll be inside, right in the middle, prime location. Stop by, see me. Come on over tomorrow, see Jake and I. Jake, if his plane makes it on time, hopefully, we'll get him down here and hang out. So we'll definitely.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Uber straight to you from the airport.
Yeah. Come on over, man. I'll call it.
Probably easier that way.
Yeah. Come on over. I'll give you a ride home. And, help me tear down, go from there. But, come down and see us and or just stop by the marina. We got that special going on right now. It's $1,000 off and no dues for 6 months. So instead of 8, it's 7 this weekend. And $425 starts end of April. So give us a call, 239-495-0455. Again, that's 239-495-0455. Thanks for tuning in. Again, Jake, you can find us online now at YouTube and look us up on Facebook, right?
Still all over the place with the podcast. You still can get us some Apple iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, all of them. We're there. But now we're going to take the whole episode and post them on YouTube. I'm trying to think of a way that I can marry the two to the podcast so that you'd be able to connect with it easier. So
we'll figure it out.
Bear with me.
Sure. Well, folks, thank you very much. Jake, I'm trying to talk Jake, thank you very much, sir. And we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow, man. Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.